unstoppable.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NFL This Week. That is Jason Bell. I am Osi Umenyiora, and I wanted to start this show off by personally thanking everybody, all 87 million viewers in the UK who watched this show last week. We cannot thank you enough. Jason, people were actually hitting me up on Twitter. They were like, there's only 60 million people. Like, I know that. Anyway,
Thank all of you.
we thank all of you.
I got something for you,
What you
Osi.
got for me, J. Bell?
Brady's back.
Oh, little Eminem.
Back
Okay,
again.
I like that.
Guess who's back?
Okay.
Tell a friend.
What are you doing? Uh-huh.
Brady's back.
Brady's back. Brady's back. Brady's back. Na, 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 na.
Na, 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 na.
Jones fires, that's caught, and getting into the end zone, Hunter Henry for the touchdown. Jones again to the outside, Jones to the end zone, touchdown. Ali Marpet leading the way, and then he goes for the score as Tampa takes the lead. 13-7 Tampa Bay. But a good drive here starting at their own 23, and it's a first and goal now for New England. Harris is the back. Fake it to him. Caught. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith. 7 defensive backs. Rushing 4. Brady stepping up. Brady will take off, and Brady's going to pick up a first down.
You don't think this game means anything to him, do you?
Not much.
Look at his face. That's awesome.
This will be from 48. They got another break, though, because the clock stopped at 2:02. So they're going to get the 2-minute warning and still have a timeout on the other side when they get the ball. But this is for the lead, and it is just inside the left upright.
It would be one amazing night.
From 56. On its way. It is off the goalpost. No good. You can hear the doink. Some doinks are better than others. Ask Justin Tucker. But not this one.
Unbelievable.
New England Patriots have lost their first 3 home games for the first time in 28 years, J. Bell. Incredible. Never thought this was going to happen to a Bill Belichick coach team. Now, before this game started, all the talk was about Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, this matchup between these two behemoths. How did this play out in your mind?
You know, I thought that we were going to see this new kind of Belichick wrinkle, as they call it, something we've never seen. But you know what Bill did? What Bill always does.
What's that, J. Bill?
He played the same type of suffocating defense that he puts most elite quarterbacks through.
How is he able to do that to Tom Brady, a guy who he knows so well and a guy who knows him so well?
You know what? It was the same way he always disguises his coverages in the back and pressures up the front, up the middle. He knew he had to make it uncomfortable for Tom Brady, and he did that. It was kind of crazy. Looking at Tom Brady in that situation, that's how we see other quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And we always think that wouldn't happen to terrific Tom. He would be able to figure that out, but he couldn't. And what I really love is that Belichick did is they play great defense in between the 20s, right? They allow you to make some plays, but when you get into the red zone, when you pass the 30-yard line, they really tighten up and force you to kick field goals, and that's what they did.
He looked very, very pedestrian. It was strange to see. Now, in regards to being able to stop a guy like Tom Brady, right? Very few people have been able to do that. Quite frankly, we've been on one of the guys who've been able to do that twice in the biggest stage of all. But it seems so simple. It seems so easy to be able to do this. All you got to do, get pressure on the quarterback. But this is what separates Tom Brady from everybody else, from every other quarterback, Jason Bell. Tom Brady, before the ball is snapped, he's able to read the coverage, he's able to see what's being thrown at him, and he's able to pick you apart. In order to beat him, all you have to do is disguise your coverage for a little bit while getting pressure. Sounds easy. Nobody has been able to do that, but we saw Bill Belichick execute that to perfection, Jason.
Yeah, and he tried to throw the ball deep, right? He wanted to show off. Let's be honest. He broke the all-time passing record in this game, which was huge. But he tried to go vertical down the field 22 times and only completed 8. We always talk about Tom Brady really being able to work between that 10 and 15-yard range, it wasn't happening. And that's because Belichick was disguising in the background, and when they had to play tight man-to-man coverage, they were doing that well also.
Quite frankly, we had the GOAT quarterback out there, the greatest quarterback of all time.
All right.
But there was another guy out there who looked better than him. Ooh. And this was his replacement. This was Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. And this man actually looked like the better quarterback. For him to be a rookie, this man was outstanding yesterday. He must have completed like 11 straight passes at one point, and the New England Patriots should have won that game if the kicker would have made that field goal. He looked to be the better football player. Maybe the Patriots made the right decision.
Looking for their first half touchdown of the season. Carter is shoving at the goal line. It's a touchdown. First and goal. Henry to the end zone for the touchdown. Tannehill with the field spread going for 2. Rolling right, throwing, and complete in the end zone. Michael Pruitt with the reception. Second and goal. Rolling, throwing, touchdown! Crowder! On the move. A lot of time, directing traffic, gonna go deep, has a man deep, it is caught for the touchdown, Corey Davis. Tannehill looking left, throwing, and touchdown, Cameron Batson. Randy Bullock for the tie, and it's good. And now Amendola from 22 yards out to give the Jets the lead. And it is good. 49 yards for the tie. On its way, and he missed it! The New York Jets have won their first game of the season. And what a way to do it, in overtime.
Last week, the New York Jets were absolutely demolished, shut out by the Denver Broncos, 26 to donut, Jay. But you know what that donut is?
0.
Exactly, man. And they cannot afford to have that again because their fans were already booing them. Their fans boo them all the time. That is not a new thing for the New York Jets. But I know one guy who you do not like to boo at all. You think this guy is doing fantastic. That head coach, Robert Saleh.
Without a doubt. And the reason why is I want everybody at home to understand, usually when a head coach gets a job, because I like Robert. You see him on the sideline? He's swaggadocious.
Yeah, you're a little bit too swaggy for me right now.
I'm feeling like Robert Saleh. I might go with the ball head. But let me continue.
You're definitely not going with the ball.
That's true. I need to lift more weights, too, to be like him. But that being said, as a head coach and a play caller, defense or offense, sometimes your play calling suffers. Sometimes that side of the ball you're coaching isn't performing. I don't think that's the case with Robert Saleh. And it's 2 things I look at as a defensive player. Are we missing tackles? No. They're one of the top teams at making all their tackles. And your favorite thing. Are you giving up yak yards? Yards after catch, which shows me, yes, you might complete a pass, but you have the proper technique. You've been coached well, and you tackle the ball carrier right then and there. That is what they do. They don't have the greatest talent in the secondary, but they've played very well, and that's because of Robert Saleh.
And you're basing this off the fact that they just went in there and they got their first win off of a team missing their top 2 wide receivers in Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. This is why all of a sudden this team is a fantastic team now, J. Bell.
I like how you're coming at me, but you can only play who's in front of you, Osi.
You are correct, Jason, and I don't have a rebuttal for that. I do have a rebuttal for one thing that he did say that we both don't really agree with, and that is this team is going to have to play a defensively ugly style of football with their quarterback, Zach Wilson, in order for them to be able to win. We do not agree with this. This man has never been, I'm talking about Zach Wilson, he is a flashy guy. He is a guy who has the big arm. He is a guy that can dissect the defense, taking the shots down the field. He, in no form or fashion, is a game manager type of quarterback. back, which is what happens when you have a really good defense and the guy just doesn't need to turn the football over. He just needs to be able to make small plays here, dink and dunk. Alex Smith type of quarterback. That is exactly what this guy is not. We do not believe that is the right thing for him and the right way for him to play, Jason.
Not at all. They want him to be a game manager, come out there, be simple, but he has to make second reaction plays. That's what he showed during the draft. He gets out of the pocket and he creates plays with his ability, with his arm strength. And they're going to have 2 or 3 plays like that a game, Osi, for them to win, because they can play good defense, but they're going to have explosive plays on the back of that Zach Wilson arm.
4 wide receivers for the Cardinals at 3rd and 6. Murray has a moment here and fires. Catch made inside the 5. A.J. Green with a Cardinal touchdown. Stafford has it. Looking, end zone throw, touchdown Rams. Van Jefferson. Hopkins, top of your screen. Where's this football going to go? On 2nd and 13. Murray floats for the end zone. The tight end has it, and he hangs on for a Cardinal touchdown. Max Williams. James Conner. And that's a Cardinal touchdown. And Matt Prater trying to widen the Arizona lead. It's up there. It's out there. And it's through. It's good from 55. Ramsey lining up with Hopkins, Conner. And that's a Cardinal touchdown. His 2nd of the day. And the Cardinals go up big. Big hole for Chase Edmonds right up the middle of the Rams. And he's still going. Out inside the Ram 45-yard line. Stafford for the end zone. Touchdown Rams. He connects with Robert Woods. That's an easy one to remember. Stafford to Woods. Just comes a little late for the Rams and McVay. Finally, the streak comes to an end for the Cardinals, knocking off the bullies on the block in the West.
Now, Jason, one of my all-time favorite rap lyrics comes from a Mobb Deep song, and I say it all the time. It's only so long fake thugs can pretend, J. Bell. And the Los Angeles Rams got their chain snatched by the Arizona Cardinals. Absolutely obliterated. It scores 37-20. It wasn't even that close, Jason. What happened to your boys, your MVP frontrunner, the team that was supposed to win the Super Bowl? What happened to the Rams, J. Bell?
Osi, man, I was watching the game, and the first note I wrote down was, can't handle the pressure.
Who?
Matthew Stafford.
Whoa.
And that's hard for me.
Whoa.
He's my MVP frontrunner, or was. And what I saw was somebody that wasn't used to being the hunted. He is a talented quarterback, a great playmaker, but you're winning. You're in LA. You just came off winning a big game. Everybody's expecting you to win.
What happened to him, Jason? What happened?
He missed opportunities. He missed opportunities, Osi. It's hard for me to say. You know,
this coming from the nice guy, Mr. Nice Guy, J. Bell. Are you finally coming out of your shell, Jason Bell? What is going on here, J. Bell?
I'm just spitting facts, man. I got to say it how I see it. And when I looked at it, I saw an opportunity down the field to Deshaun Jackson. I thought they were going to get that timing together this week. Underthrown pass. It's just things that weren't right. And he flat out got outplayed by that other guy on the other side, Kyler Murray, who's my new MVP, Osi.
Oh, my goodness. You just jumped from one guy to the next. I will say something about this Arizona Cardinals defense before we get into Kyler Murray. If you look in their pockets, they did a little something like this. You know what's going to come out? What? Matthew Stafford. They had him in their pocket the whole time. All you have to do to eliminate Matthew Stafford so far is you have to take away Cooper Kupp, and they did that. 13 targets, 5 receptions. Deshaun Jackson, 1 reception for 6 yards. They were nowhere to be found. The Arizona Cardinals defense was dominant. But we want to talk about Kyler Murray, Willow Legs, Baby Yoda, as they call him, man. You wanted to say a couple of things about that young man.
I mean, you make a good point, right? When a team takes away what you do, You have to identify what they're doing and attack it. That's one thing Kyler Murray does. If you want to pressure him and you want to change up coverages, he's going to identify what you're doing and attack it. And when things are out of structure, he can escape and create. And that is why he's my new MVP, OC.
I love that.
Because this guy can do both. The elite quarterbacks can make you pay.
He's an elite quarterback
He is an
now?
elite quarterback. He can make you pay mentally, and he can make you suffer physically.
Oh, my
and that's what Kyler Murray's doing.
But guess what, J. Bell? We have to wait a couple of more weeks before I give my full-throated endorsements of Kyler Wibblewags Murray, man.
Herbert to throw on 3rd and goal. Zips it into the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. Chargers strike first from the 10. Herbert fires back to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. 2nd and 1. Herbert lofting end zone touchdown. It's Eckler on the wheel. This is 3rd and 8. Carr had some green in front of him and zips it in for the touchdown. Hunter Renfrow. 3rd and goal. Carr for Waller, went up and got it. Carr has all sorts of time. Deep shot. Looking for Ruggs. And he's got it. Eckler breaking away, end zone touchdown. 3:20 to play. Carr intercepted. It's Derwin James. Derek Carr had gone 5 straight games against these division rivals without throwing an interception.
Next up, J. Bell, it is the London games. I cannot wait for that.
Can't wait.
We are going to be back on Saturday to build up to Sunday's game between the Jets and the Falcons. Until then, good night.
If anybody at the game wants to hook us up with food, OC and I are always available.
That is a fact.
Take the minutes, all you got for me. Let's go.
Come on, here we go now. I was like, they're gonna need the whole bench to help tackle.
Get him! Boom!
Oh, my God.
The touchdown machine!
Rock'em, sock'em, robots. How does that happen?
The end zone touchdown!
Those swivel hips went nuts.
What a ball game.